America. South America. Sure, definitely. But not Antarctica, okay? These are the populations of the continents of the world. Asia, 3 billion. Africa, 1 billion. Antarctica, 1. A research scientist called Pierre. Pierre is married to a penguin for visa reasons, and the both of them live in a shack which is freezing because regardless of the time of year or season, it is always fucking snowing. These are 2 romantic poems that I'm going to read now. The first one is called Second Date Nerves. I can't really see. Sitting there, looking cool, as though you're trying to act like you don't have a pound of shit right now in your lower digestive tract. Right now, when in fact you do about 300 millilitres of urine and a couple of pounds of poo, just bobbing about your bladder and floating about your lower digestive tract right now. And you act like your shit wouldn't stink, and you think that I think that when you flutter your eyelids like that, I'll think you look pretty good. As though you don't know that I know that there are whole worlds of parasitic mites living in your lashes, feeding off your blood. Parasitic mites in your lashes, parasitic worms in your shite that I know for a fact right now, just bobbing about right now in your lower digestive tract. You don't mind, you've asked for olives, I order more wine, I make a kind of joke, you laugh, your teeth are stained from smoke, there's ash on the collar of your coat, laughter's just this kind of social offshoot of anxiety, your endorphins are released, I'm looking at those tar-stained teeth and thinking about your inevitable death. Second date nerves, I suppose. Things are going great, except you never really get the smell of cum from off your clothes. You're going to die, I'm going to die, your laughter is infectious, but so are STIs. You're trying to make small talk and I'm trying to understand how to avoid all that bacteria as you reach to hold my hand, how there are germs in every pore and every single gaping gland, from every time you take an olive, clamp it in your tar-stained teeth and put your fingers in again to pluck the stone, the stirring marrow in your bones, stirring, festering acid in your stomach, spermatozoa, swimming little people in your sack. And a couple of pounds of shit right now in your lower digestive tract. My second love poem even more romantic than the last. It's called The Moment on the Lips. Whenever I'm stressed out, run down, or sick, I'll find you there. And even when you go away, you don't go anywhere. I wish that they could understand the agonies I'm in. It's just the way you feel, the way you live upon my skin. I only see you now and then, although I treat you all the time. I've seen you on the lips of other men, but we both know you're mine. When we're out upon the town, I've seen them stop and stare, and even when you go away, you don't go anywhere. You're just like that hit single, I'll See You Again, by the talented Miley Ray Cyrus. Can't remember her name. I've seen you on the lips of other men, but then we both know you're my own herpes virus. I tried to follow in my father's footsteps. I followed them outside and walked along the street. I would have kept on going, but I found his severed feet. I've written a poem about a woman that I know. It took me ages to find the perfect hairdresser. And then one day I found Dana. Dana is the perfect hairdresser for lots of reasons. Dana makes me a cup of tea and knows just how I like it. Dana suggests things, but not too much. Dana is quite smiley, but again, not too much. Dana is from Poland or somewhere. Dana used to have children, but now they've grown up and live in Poland or somewhere. Dana only really talks when she feels I'm ready to talk. Often Dana charges me, but sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes I say, Dana, keep the change. But never mind, Dana's cheap. Dana is very good at listening. Favourite topics of conversation includes her kids, my job, and the weather. Dana doesn't ask too many questions. Dana says she likes the colour of my hair, and then me and Dana make prolonged eye contact in the mirror, and she's smiling, and I smile too. Sometimes Dana's cutting the hair of a man, and I have to wait, and I get very bored. Last week, Dana nicked a spot which bled and apologised a lot, and then I buried my head in her bosom and cried for about an hour. She stroked my hair and sang songs of the old country. Yes, Barbie's just a fantasy. Her proportions are all wrong. But you don't hear anyone complaining about Stretch Armstrong. This next poem is not funny. It's called Dachau, which was a concentration camp. So don't laugh. It's not funny. We'll be in Dachau soon again. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. They'll take us there on the ready-made train. Us to Dachau, we'll go there again. You beat yourself straight against the ready-made rocks in the sleet, in the sun, in all manner of weather. I'll construct the crematoria for us too, and one day we'll go there to be burnt, we'll lie there together. There to be burnt in the fire together we'll be. They're coming to take us to Dachau. No trial, a triangle, pink, a triangle. They're coming for you, and they're coming for me. To Dachau. And we'll be powerless to do anything but scream, not out to each other, not one single name, as they beat you to death on the ready-built train. But for the moment, we're just lying here, and there's far too much, a great chasm, a void to be said, of which we can't avoid, because in Dachau we'll be dead. You are in Dachau, I am in Dachau. When we make love, we think about Dachau, except not quite Dachau, because instead, on the already unmade bed, it's still beating yourself senseless, just not on those rough rocks we had the privilege to shift back there. It still drove me mad when I thought about Dachau, so I beat myself senseless against your body bare. But Dachau and the image and the places persist, and already on the already laid out tracks, I can sense the approach of the very same train. So for now, while we're safe, I'll let you hold me in control, be in control of my pain. Because it is exciting, it always was, as long as we forged the pain for ourselves. It was something like a safety valve, which I needed and you understood. We never talked about Dachau, what happened there, and how. Some things I think you know are better left unsaid, except last time they tried to break me. This time I know in Dachau I'll be dead. I'll be dead in Dachau, you'll be dead in Dachau. They're coming, they're putting queers back on the list. It's a mental disorder now. And working backwards, they're putting sadomasochism back on the very same blacklist as well. After everything we did, first we fled, and then we buried, and we hid. And then we fought so hard and forged for ourselves everything. Sometimes that necessitated pain. Sometimes, and now they lay the track, and now here comes the train. Let's hold each other while our limbs are still intact. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening again. They lay the track, they pour the coal into the engine of our train. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening again. Let's make pain, let's call that love. Why the fuck not? The guards were watching from above. They tied your body into knots. They burnt my fingers on the ropes. When we first got together, we both had such high hopes, but we never got that dog. I never learnt to say I love you with any sincerity. I never knew how, and besides, you never got to know me. You never knew what happened in Dachau. should have explained, but I couldn't say, and you looked so beautiful and so peaceful. Moments before they tore you away, they stepped on your glasses, they pulled you up by the hair, but we'll be on the Dachau bound train, we'll be together there. Break rock, shift rock, until the fun is tend. And when they've finally broken us, we'll go into the flames together until our fiery end in Dachau. I to the soil, you to whatever you believe in Dachau, screaming and scraping through fresh pain as though pain was something brand new and something we discovered in Dachau, fucking until you broke and I bled, smoking in constant rhythm, chain smoking on the Dachau train, smoking until I coughed and you began to bleed in Dachau, until words like queer taken back by men in brown shirts and boots and spat out with all the passion and poison we ever spat out when we finally embraced in Dachau, when they shot you twice between the ribs, was beautiful men within an inch of their lives. In Dachau, reaching out and calling for something over the mesh, over the wire, over the mess, or barbs poking into already burnt flesh in Dachau. See, we realised then we need to say, I love you. And we need to feel it too. And I felt it there in Dachau there with you. I'll love you in Dachau, you'll love me in Dachau. Funny one, sorry, that was mood killer, sorry. I wasn't feeling that, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a poem about a megabus. Modern life, 21st century, just have to find it here. Meanwhile, me and Jess Clough from Made in Bristol are putting on a play this week, so come along if you can. It's at Cafe Kino on Friday and Saturday, so come, obviously. So give that a plug, that's done. Okay, it's okay. Shit, it's somewhere, okay. It's a good play. It's so if you liked these poems, then come. If you didn't, then don't, obviously. If you liked the poems and thought, well, I like the poems, but they could have been performed by someone better, someone more competent, then come. But equally, if you liked the poems and thought, yeah, I could handle it, but only in small doses, then don't. Megabus. The irksome, the quirksome, the rough and the rabble, who don't ask for much but low-cost intercity travel. Commuties and beauties, the young and the brave, some old slag called Stella, whose kids won't behave. Long distance, long suffering, long sick lovers, who designs the patterns on these coach seat covers? The passengers slip on in single file, they can almost taste the shit from halfway down the aisle. The strongest win the first seats, the shouters and the shovers, who designs the patterns on these coach seat covers? The lavvy won't lock, but every fucker tries. A chemical toilet trundling down the M5. No curtain, no aircon, no cash, no bother. Who the fuck designs the patterns on these fucking coach seat covers? A chemical toilet, a Lidl on wheels. We all want to ride on a Tesla. With a long distance, long fucked and low cost lovers, wondering who designed the fucking patterns on these fucking coach seat covers. Thank you.